Oh, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Give me a follow on X at green_Jericho. Give me a follow on Instagram at JGTalk2 because my original page at JGTalk has been suspended for, you guessed it, hate speech. And all I did was quote somebody else who said something. Give me a follow. I got to build all over again. I had 67,000 followers on that Instagram page, all gone. Fuck you, Instagram. Let's rebuild. So a few days ago, Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom decided to be one of the common folk, one of the common men, the blue collar workers of California. Now, normally you only see shit like this in like the ads when they're running for office. They'll be out there in a denim shirt with the sleeves rolled up and a hard hat looking at some blueprints on a construction site because I'm one of you. I'm just like you, voter. I'm just like you, working men and women. So recently, Gavin Newsom sent down a decree. He told the cities and counties of California that this is it. I've had enough. I'm throwing down my overpriced, paid for by tax dollars gauntlet, and you are going to do what I say. So he said he's giving $1 billion, and he's going to spread it out to these cities and counties to clean up the homeless encampments. Never mind that I'm the one who helped create the problem. You will now be admonished for not cleaning up my mess quick enough. Imagine that. Imagine your spouse or your kids spill something. They make a mess all over the floor. And while you're cleaning it up, they're standing over you, telling you you're not working fast enough. But you're the one who created this mess. You should be cleaning it up. No. That's not how it works. He creates the mess, you clean it up, then he talks shit to you about the way you're cleaning it up. So this is what Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom does. He got out, he put on some jeans. He put on denim, guys. That shit was probably irritating his skin because he's only used to the finest silks and fabrics. But he put on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, guys. Probably still had the tags on it. He put on a hat. He had some sunglasses on, and this is the best part of his costume, because a costume is something you wear when you're acting like something else, not when you're really something else. He had on work gloves. What? His hands have probably never been inside of a work glove. He probably looked at them, smelled them. Ew, do you put these on like regular gloves? What are these for? Why is the exterior so rough? He had on work gloves, people, and he was down there with a bag, a trash bag, and he was picking trash up, guys. He was down there doing the work. He was under an overpass picking up trash. He was on the side of the highway picking up trash. He was showing the people of California that I'm willing to roll up my sleeves and do the work. Again, never mind the fact that I'm the reason that this fucking mess is here. I'm the reason that there's trash and filth and vermin and disease under your overpasses and on your streets. Never mind that. Don't look at the man behind the curtain. Just look at this photo op of me out here wearing all brand new shit because you know he don't own no jeans or no work gloves. He stopped by Walmart on the way and he's like, oh, make me look like a working man. And they stick a mic in his face and he says, you know what? I'm tired of this. These cities and counties need to start doing the right thing. They need to start pulling their weight. And if they don't use these funds, then I'm going to send it to a city or a county who will use these funds. This is it. And it's the corniest, most cringe, awkward, fake shit you've ever seen. You know Gavin Newsom has not worked a day in his life. You know he has not gotten sweat upon his brow. Well, yeah, he did. Probably that one time that he was fucking his best friend's old lady. I'm sure he broke a sweat then. What a joke. What an absolute joke, slap, and spit in the face of California. You did this, you piece of shit. You created this homeless epidemic. You made it welcoming for people who are homeless, who live on the street, who do drugs, who assault and harass people to come to California. California has a third of the nation's homeless population. 1/3 in one state. All those homeless people wouldn't be here unless you were welcoming them, unless you incentivized them to come here. They can go into these stores and steal $949 worth of shit, and all the police can do is give them a ticket, a little slap on the wrist, a tickle in their butt, and send them on their way. You think one of these vagrants are going to show up to their court date? You allowed this shit to fester. You allowed these people to take over, to be outside of people's businesses, to be harassing people in their neighborhoods. You protected the criminal. You protected the vagrants. And now you're going to sit there and admonish the cities and counties who have to deal with that shit for not cleaning it up. Let me ask you this, Gavin. You snake in a suit. You Satan's personal assistant. What happened to the $24 billion that was allocated for homelessness that just disappeared? Oops. Like Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. What happened to that money, Gavin? What happened to stopping this homeless problem from getting out of control? What happened to not letting fentanyl pour across our borders? Go into Green's house, my channel where I interview people. I sat down with the Yuba County District Attorney, Clint Curry, and we talked about homelessness. We talked about the fentanyl crisis. He says every single drug case that he sees, fentanyl is involved. Maybe, because everybody knows where the shit comes from, China sells the ingredients to the Mexican cartels, they make the fentanyl and send it into America. So maybe, and California's a border state, you think some of it comes through California? So maybe when you had President Xi Jinping of China here, where you magically made all the homelessness and shit and piss and trash disappear along his route through San Francisco last year, or was that earlier this year? How about when you had him here, when you were bending his ear, why didn't you talk to him about that? Why didn't you make some kind of negotiation? Now, forget negotiating. Why didn't you put your foot down and talk to him the way that you were talking to the heads of these cities and counties across California? Why didn't you give him an ultimatum? Why didn't you roll up your sleeves and get to work on stopping this fentanyl from pouring across our fucking border when you had the president of China at your house? Or wherever you met him. Wherever you guys went behind closed doors to do gross shit. Why didn't you have that same attitude with him? You're not going to do that. Nobody talks to their boss that way. Not if you want to keep your job. You're not going to go into your boss's office and cuss him out and think you're going to have a job. Same thing with Gavin. China is his boss. China is his puppet master. So that's why you're going to be a punk bitch in front of him and then turn around and breathe fire on us. You got it backwards, Gavin. You got it all fucked up. You need to be tough on our enemies and more kind and welcoming and accommodating to your constituents, you idiot. But he doesn't have to. Because the women of California, their vaginas are hypnotized by Gavin Newsom and they vote for him every time. Tell me I'm wrong. But I'll put a link in the description box. You can check out the video. It's the funniest, most fake shit you ever seen. Gavin Newsom out there picking up trash. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Give me a follow on X. Make sure you give me a follow on Instagram at JGTalk2. I am Jericho Green. And man, I'm out.